welcome back. Today we are going to be doing my most affordable makeup. And there's a lot, it's a full face. So I have everything laid out before me and I took all my jewelry off because I can't stand doing my makeup with jewelry on because it gets all clogged up and it's disgusting. So the first thing that we're gonna do is prime. And I always use 2 primers when I do my makeup, but the first one that we're gonna use is the Revlon Prime Plus. And this is the cheapest primer that I had in my collection, and it's $9.97. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this all over my face, actually. I am having some skin issues, if you can't tell, but hopefully by next week they'll be gone. I don't know. All right, the second primer that I use is the 1 Minute Face Perfector by Catrice, and this one is $8. And now with this one, I take this one directly on my pores. So I just put a little there, here, there, down my nose, and right there. And I just blend this in. Now, I don't know if you could be able to tell this from my pictures or not, but I have some melasma right here. See, you can see it kind of looks like a mustache. And, you know, I used to hate it and everything, but now I kind of like it because it's a good indicator what type of coverage foundations are. Because if it fully covers that, it's a good full coverage foundation. If I could kind of see it, then it's a good medium coverage. And if I could still full-blown see it, then, you know, it's a light coverage. So sometimes a little concealer just covers it up, but other times, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, now the next step is foundation. I've been messing around with doing concealer first, but I'm not going to do that for this video. Okay, so this is my cheapest foundation I have. It's the Essence Soft Touch Mousse, and it comes in a jar like this. It's kind of cute, but this foundation is $5.99, and if you look in it, it just looks like a mousse. It looks dark, and I don't know how the shade's going to be on me, but I've been actually messing around with putting my foundation on with my hands, and if that doesn't work with this kind of foundation, then I got a brush and a sponge next to me ready to go. But I'm going to try to use my hands for this. Gotta cover that melasma. Alright, so I just dot it on like this, kind of like everywhere that I want it to go. This spot's a little thick right there. Alright, so that looks pretty much covered. And then I just take my fingertips and smush it all in. There's no streakiness, no nothing. It just looks really good. Okay, so there's my foundation. Doesn't look like it matches, but that's what we're working with for that. And you get a little bit on your hand, and I just wipe it off with a washcloth. But it looks pretty good. Next step is concealer, and it's the AOA Studio liquid concealer, and this is in Fair Ivory, okay? And this concealer is $1.55. And my favorite way of putting on concealer is with this brush by Rare Beauty. It is so good. Okay, so this kind of concealer comes with this kind of tip. It's one of the squeezy tubes, and I don't really like those. Oh god. I don't really like those, but I mean, it's alright. just make it work. All right, so I just put it on my hand like this, and I'm gonna dab it 3 times under my eye, like that. Now, I know the whole new way of doing it where you put a little bit here, a little bit out there to lift your eye. It doesn't work for me, so I don't do it. I do it like this, and I get the most coverage. But there's one side, looks a lot better. And then I just take a little bit more and go 1, 2, 3. And then wipe off your excess on your hand so you don't get it everywhere. And then take your brush. This is such a good brush. But you just blend it. I kind of blend it maybe down and out a little bit. I do bring it up to the lash line. This is a good concealer though for $1.55. Like, it's just a good concealer in general, not for the price, just in general. If it wasn't in a squeeze tube, I'd probably use it more. Okay, there we go. Looks good. Okay, now the next step is powder. So the powder that we're going to use is this Wet n Wild Photo Focus translucent powder, and it's a pretty big container. And for this big jar, and you get 20 grams of powder in here, so it's a lot for $5.99. And I actually really love this powder. So I take a brush like this, and this is the MAC 133S. It's flat and pinched. And what I do is I take a little powder and put it in the lid like that, and then knock some off. And then I just apply this to my under eye area. So that's all I do for that. So how's everybody's day going? Since we can't really do anything, I'm curious to know what everybody's doing. I did homeschool all morning, so I'm pretty schooled out. Okay, there's that. And I'm just gonna let that sit there for a minute, and I still have powder in my lid. And I'm gonna grab a powder brush. I've been using just this fluffy thing. And I'm gonna take some more powder, tap off my brush, and just, I'm a powder person, people. I powder my whole face. And my skin type is normal, so I don't get particularly, I can't say that word, dry or particularly oily. I get maybe a little bit of balls sometimes, but most of the time my skin is not sensitive and can handle whatever. Okay, so my whole face is powdered and it looks all right. Now I'm just gonna take my powder brush and wipe off the under eye powder. There. Okay, so this is what we're looking like so far. I just threw my hair up in a ponytail, don't mind it. Okay. So the next step is bronzer. I'm just going in my normal order. Sometimes I do things out of order, but this is just my normal do it quick order. Okay, this bronzer is from Rimmel. This Rimmel London's the natural bronzer, and it's kind of got cool packaging. It, you know, opens up like this. And this is $3.97. And I'm going to link everything if you're interested in it or not. It doesn't matter to me, but everything will be linked. Okay, so I use an angled brush like this, just a little flat angle, and I'm gonna go tap it in, and then Do these baby hairs bother anybody else? They bother me all the time. And I'm just gonna stamp it right there. I love this bronzer. I don't use it enough, actually. It's such a pretty color for my skin tone. Okay, and then now we're gonna do the other side. I got foundation in my earring. Gross. Okay. All right, and now we're gonna take the bronzer up. Over here. So how many of you guys do homeschool? Anybody? I have one in 1st grade and one in 7th grade, and I like it, but it's kind of hard getting, I didn't make my own curriculum, so it's kind of hard doing the curriculum for 1st grade and then switching right over to 7th grade and trying to make worksheets and quizzes and activities like based on what they're each learning. I don't know, it's kind of, it's fun, but it's exhausting. Okay, so now we're gonna take the bronzer straight down the middle, over here, and over here. If at any point you apply too much bronzer, you can take your powder brush that we just used and kind of lighten it up a little bit. I try to avoid the helmet head, you know, like when you apply your bronzer and you get that bronzer line right here. I don't like that. So I try to blend it out as much as I can so I don't get that. But the whole point of bronzer is to give color back to your face after you just annihilate the color with all your base products. So you want to get that back. All right, the next step that I do for my fast routine is highlight, and we're going in with this LA Colors highlighter. This highlighter is good, and it's only $1, and I get it at Dollar Tree, and I have hit pan on it already. Yeah, see, little baby pan. It's kind of messy though, as you can see. It gets kind of everywhere, but it's good. I think they have different shades and everything. But I'm gonna apply highlighter right here. And I can see my corner of my eye right here. I kind of go from the corner of my eye, bring it down, bring it up here. All right, now we're gonna do the other side. Oh, I don't know if you'll hear anything in the background or not, because like when I watch videos and people say, oh, I'm sorry about that noise, I never hear anything. But I live in a very small house and I have 2 kids, so you might hear them. And I am sorry about that, but it is what it is. Okay. Now I'm gonna take the highlighter, and I got it all loaded up on the like fat side of my brush. And I'm gonna take it up here and up here, take it in the middle, a little bit down my nose, and on my chin. I know a lot of people put it on their Cupid's bow, but I do not, because I have melasma there and I don't want people to see that. Now, if you put too much highlighter on, like I did up here, again, take your powder brush and kind of do that. Okay. Now I go in with blush, and we're going to be using the Essence Satin Touch blush. Now this is unavailable, but they come out with blushes all the time. And this blush, when I bought it, it was $2.99, and they have blushes that are similar to this, I guess. And Essence always comes out with new things all the time. Now this one is in 10 Satin Coral, and I love this blush actually. And I'm using the Ulta Beauty cheek brush, and this is my favorite blush brush I have found. Now, I don't know if you've seen my content on Instagram and Reddit and stuff, but I posted a blush technique tutorial, like depending on your face shape and stuff, you would apply blush in a certain way on your cheek. And for my face shape, the way I'm supposed to apply blush is start here and apply it up to like the edge of my eyebrow, end point of my eyebrow right there. So I'm going to start right here and go up to here and kind of keep blending it out like that. Now, depending on your face shape, it could be different, you know. But if you're interested in learning more about that, go check out that little technique thing. It was pretty cool. I liked making that. Okay, now I'm going to do the other side. Same way. I put a lot of blush on, if you can't tell. I always do. Now, the next step that I do is setting spray, and this one is again from AOA Studio, and this is, let me see, $1.88, and you're only getting 2.5 fluid ounces, but this is a good setting spray. I was actually impressed with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. Do I use a lot of setting spray? I think so. Okay. We're gonna let that dry for a minute, and then we're gonna move on to brows. I have 3 products for brows, like always. Alright, so I'm gonna take a regular spoolie, I bend it, and then I just brush through my brows. Just kind of getting them ready. I'm growing out my brows right now, so if they look raggedy, that's why. But I'm gonna do a brow shaping tutorial, like how to get the right shape that you want and structure and everything. So I need to grow out my brows to do that. Alright, now the next product is this e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. And this is in shade Neutral Brown. And I paid $2 for this. And it's a good brow pencil for $2. Alright, so now what I do is I start at the way tip. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. Okay, so I start at the way tip up front. And then I'm going to start right here. I'm going to leave about this first 1/4 inch unfilled, okay? And I'm going to start right here and then outline the top. I also did a tutorial on brows if you wanted to go over to my Instagram and check that out. So if you're confused about how to do your brows, you can learn from that tutorial. It's very easy to follow, in my opinion. Okay, that's about as good as I can do with showing you on camera and doing it like that. Alright, so now the next step is you gotta fill them in with the pencil. So, not that front spot, but just like between the lines, you just want to fill in any bare spots and kind of by the arc. Okay, there you go. Now you're going to spoolie through your brows again. And the next product that I use is pomade, and I'm going to use this LA Girl Brow Pomade. Now, this is the absolute best I've tried quite a few, and this is the, of course, got another foundation mishap. Okay, this is the best brow pomade that I've ever used. It's so good, and it's $5.99, and I got it in the shade Blonde. So you're going to take an angled brush. This is my favorite one, and it has no name. It's just one of these little guys, and any angled brush will work. And I've used quite a bit of this. So you just dip it in here. Make sure your the tip of the brush is fully coated. And then what you're going to do is you're going to stamp it on that part up front, okay? So we're going to stamp. I usually do like 4 stamps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. All right. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, make sure you get a lighter shade than your hair color in the pomade. And then you're gonna spoolie that through again. And then the last step is brow gel. And this is the Essence Make Me Brow. I'm sure a lot of you have used this. It's $2.99, and it has fibers in it and works really good. So you're just gonna take this and apply it to the brow. I start in the middle, work my way to the front, and when I get to the front, I kind of stand my hairs up a little bit to make them look a little bit more fluffy. Okay, there's one brow done, one brow not done. All right, so I'm gonna go off camera, do the other brow, and I will be back. Okay, I am back with both brows done. Now that we're done with brows, now we do eyes. Okay, so the palette that we're gonna be using is this Essence Good Day Sydney palette. And this is $9.99, still available. And it looks like this. So it goes from light to dark, and it has mattes and metallics in it. It's a decent palette, and it works pretty good too. So we're just gonna do an easy look today. And I am taking the Jessup 244, and it looks like this. Fluffy blender, and I'm going in with this, where'd it go? This light brown right here. And I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put that in my crease. I also did a crazy tutorial with it, one of my Saturday tutorials. I did it with this palette like a while ago. But we're not doing anything crazy today. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now we're gonna take a fluffy, like a super fluffy, like this. Just a thing like that. And we're gonna blend out the edges. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now, I'm telling you, we're gonna make this look super easy, and we're gonna take a flat brush, a flat packer brush, I don't know what they're called, but they look like this, and we're gonna jump into this blue right here, okay? And then we're gonna pack that all over the lid. that's it. But now I got a little bit of fallout, so just take your powder brush and do like that. And now I'm gonna take this e.l.f. brush, and it's called, I don't know, it doesn't say, but it looks like this, and it's like $1 on their website, and it works the best for inner corner highlight. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and it's a shimmer shade, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that in my inner corner. And on my brow bone. Okay, both eyes are done now, and I think the next step that I want to do is eyeliner, I think. Okay, so my favorite eyeliners, I've been like talking about these forever, are these. I found these on eBay, alright? These are the Me Now Generation 2 eyeliners, and you get a pack of 12 for $5, okay? And you can use them on your eye or your lip, and they're a wooden sharpenable pencil, but you get a rainbow of colors, and that makes them 42 cents each, and they're so good. I love them. I use them all the time. Okay, so I'm gonna stick this in my lower lash line. I mean, waterline. Okay, that's the eyeliner on. For the lower lash line, I'm going to take a brush like this, a pencil brush. Okay, just like that. And what do I want to do? I'm going to take this light blue shade, the one that I just did this with the handle of the brush. Go me. Alright, so we use this on the lid, but I'm going to take this light blue one, and we're going to put that all over the lower lash line. So coat your brush, and then start from the inner corner and go the whole way out. Okay, I found my angle brush. Just one that looks like this, kind of like the eyebrow brush, but this one's a little thicker. And I'm gonna take this dark brown matte shade right there, and I'm gonna coat my brush, tap off, and then we're just gonna put this in the outer corner. I mean, watch what I do. Just like lower lash line, outer corner, just like that. See, just from here to there. That's it. I'm gonna do it on the other side. Alright, now take that brush that you used for the blue and kind of smudge it out. You know, I need to get one of those hand mirrors. I don't have one. I'll go get one for next time. Okay, so that's what we're looking like, and I think this palette is a good deal. Love it. Okay, now the next thing that we're gonna do is lashes, and I'm kind of scared of these lashes. I'm not gonna lie. These lashes are the Wet n Wild Shuttershock lashes, and these were $1 at Dollar Tree. There were a whole bunch of them, and it does come with lash glue, and I'm kind of torn, but like, do I want to use that lash glue? Because I did bring my own, and I know this lash glue works, and I don't know if this works, and I don't know if I want to fuss with it. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm gonna put these lashes on, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back and the lashes are on, and I will tell you that I used this Wet n Wild lash glue that came with it, and I did the whole normal, put it on, wait, 2 minutes, and I could not get them to stick. So it's clear and runny, and I just do not like this at all. So I went in with my normal lash glue, and I usually only use the velour lash glue, and they stuck right away. So I'm having issues with these just not wanting to keep shape. So they're kind of difficult to work with. I don't really like them. But I mean, if you need them in a pinch, they'll work, but they're kind of fussy. But and they're also not my favorite style. But the next thing that we're gonna do, because you can see my natural lashes, I always take mascara after I apply lashes and put mascara on and blend my natural lashes with the falsies so you can, make them very cohesive. So we're gonna go in with the Essence Lash Princess mascara. This is my most affordable mascara, and this is $4.99. And this is probably one of my all-time favorite mascaras. I love it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend my natural lashes. Okay. Now you can take your tweezers or your lash tool and push your natural lashes together with the falsies to blend them even better. That is what I usually do. Now that they're on, mascara's on, they don't look so bad, I can deal with it. All right, now I'm gonna apply lower lash mascara. The next thing that we're gonna do, and the last thing, is lips. And for my lip liner, I'm gonna use the Essence Soft Contouring Lip Liner. And this is in the shade Deeply Intoxicated. And now this is $1.86, and again, I believe this one is unavailable, but Essence makes a whole bunch of lip liners, and you can still get this off of, stores where they have overstock and everything. So I am one of those people that have to line my lips. Like, I can't not do it. I have to do it because my lips are crooked. So I use lip liner to even out. I'm gonna go ahead and even out my lips. Okay, that's what I got. Looks a little better, I don't know. Now, the lipstick that we're using to go on top of the lip liner is from Wet n Wild, and it's their Mega Last High Shine lipstick, and it looks like that, kind of like Pat McGrath. But this is $2.99, and this is a shade called Close Off, and it is just a pinkish nude color. I'm not afraid to wear color. And there we have it. That's the final look using my most affordable makeup. And I did total this up. The total for everything that we use, $73.50 for everything that we use for this look. And again, if you have any questions, comments, feedback, please let me know in the comment section. I am working on lighting, camera angle, editing, all that stuff. I'm a noob. I don't know anything. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the week, and I will see you on Sunday for my tutorial. Have a great evening. Bye.